Do you want to learn to paint your Santorini stone? You can get these at facebook.com/I-can-supply-your-Santorini. And get these from Yvonne. They're fantastic little canvas rocks, right? They're going to be great. Can't wait to see how this one looks when it dries. So you're obviously excited about painting it. Find the description. You'll find all the colors down there in the description. Get ready to throw some paint on your rock or canvas. You can use both. And let's see how this one turns out. And an all new style of the way that we painted. It was crazy. So let me know if you like it in the comments below. Hit the like button and send this to your grandma. Share it around the world. And we'll see you guys when we get to it. So let's do it in one. Oh, never done this before, but we're going to try it now. We're going to take a little bit of our blue. Maybe we'll have a blue sky in this one. Nice and easy. I don't know how much or how the blue is going to react on here, so I don't want to touch too much of it in any given spot. Because we're going to come in here very lightly, because again, we don't know really how the stone is going to react with the paints. So we're going to get a new brush. A new dry, not new, but dry 1-inch brush. And we're going to start to blend that in. Look at it. Oh, look at it blend with all of those little bits of liquid white and beautiful things. It turns into all these fantastic colors. Oh my goodness. This beautiful, soft blue sky. We can go back and forth across our water like this. Now, who knows if it'll be water or what? I like having it. I want to do another scene on the back, so we'll cover around the edges, and then we'll cover over it with the other side, and then it'll be a flippable, rotatable thing. Look, I don't even want to cover all those bits of white. They look fantastic. And that looks cool. What you think, Bailey?
I like it.
Okay, let's get our, is that the big one? Where's the small one? There we go. Let's grab our palette knife. I'm gonna come up here, grab a little bit of black, crimson, and our phthalo blue in this instance. Really mix it up into this nice purpley color. But we want to grab some white just to make it a little bit further away, right? You don't want to have it be so dark the furthest away it is. So really mix it up. Then we're going to come in here and let's decide. Maybe we'll grab this guy. Soften everything up here. Look at that. All right, we'll grab this guy. We're already going to pretend those are all the clouds. They look like clouds, don't you think, Bailey? So what if we did like a very far away mountain way back there? Oh, look at it. So smooth. It's not like the canvas. It doesn't want to grip. So we're going to try to scrape off all the stuff we can get off. Listen to the knife. That's some ASMR right there, huh, Bailey?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to take one of the brushes, right? Knock off all the excess paint off of it because we don't need a whole huge amount. And then we'll just start to kind of pull our mountains down from the side. Look at that. Oh, it's so soft. It's so velvety. Ooh, it's fantastic. Maybe we come down this way. I love going different directions when we're making our mountains. And we don't need them to go so far. We don't need them to grow very far, right? We'll come down. All depends on our swipes of our brush, which is a hard way to paint. I've never painted like this before. Never painted like this before, Bailey. Bailey's even in the room hanging out with us, seeing what the first time's ever going to look like, right, B?
Yeah.
That's kind of neat. We could do all sorts of stuff from this angle. Why don't we grab a fan brush, grab a little bit of our liquid white, come into our sap green color, right? We just need the smidgenest of liquid white. Maybe we'll come up here and just drop down a little bit of kind of green, grassy little things that go off to the distance, right? Don't want to have them all the same height. So maybe we come down, maybe it comes up here. And then we'll do like this fall over bit, like a real dark edge. We'll come back and like fall off. Be very dark back there. And then we'll see what it looks like. Right, we can always change it. That's the most fun part about painting with Josh, is you can always change your idea. It's never too crazy of an idea that we can't go back and fix. Now let's come up, grab a little bit of our white, a little bit of the blue. And we'll come up here and just dump on just a little bit of snow, right? We don't need to see the entire thing. The whole ridge doesn't need to be covered, but it is very, very slick. That's a cool little thing. That is a cool little thing right there. All right, now we're gonna come back in. We're gonna fill in the other parts where our grass was. Then we're gonna pull it down and away. Knock off the rest of the color off that brush. And let's see, actually if we lift up right there, it looks like these faraway trees against that white, which is kind of cool. And then we'll just slightly pull down, just softer, make it further, you know, softer in the distance, a little bit more textured as we come to the front. And now just trying to grab that littlest bit. Oh yeah, that looks really cool. I like that. That looks really, really, really cool. There we go, get that little brush hair off. Now what do we do, Bailey, is the question.
You already did mountains, right?
Yep, we did the mountains, then we gotta do some trees next. That's my thought anyway. Do some trees, a little bit of far off tree section. Right, so we're mixing up our thing right here, just right in front. Yeah, that's cool. We do need to put a little bit of dark section back in that mountain though, back here. Right, not all of it's gonna be high lit. That looks really neat. Really, really cool. All right, let's take a little bit. We'll do another mountain over here. No, we'll do our trees first. Come in, knock all the green off of that brush. That's how we make our very cool, like Monet style blots right there. Come in, grab a little bit of that paint right on the brush over here. Just a smidgenest amount, right? We're gonna come and just try to pop in, using only the top corner of the brush, just to try to pop in a bit of trees or some sort of something. Maybe we just need more paint. The brush is really trying to split apart on this stone. That's very cool. It's a cool little surface to attempt a painting on. Very neat. There we go. Don't want to go too much over all of that. That'll really want to grow on us, right? Knock all that off. Why don't we go up? We're going to pull up like this. Look at this. Just how smooth that rock is. Gives you all these real cool techniques. Real cool little things. Maybe we'll go this way. Leading down into that fogginess, right? That's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. Let's do it a little bit darker down there, though. Gotta do it a little darker down there. There we go. All right, pull it out. Maybe over here it got a little bit longer. So it looks like it's getting closer. There we go. Now we'll come in opposite to that, go back to that green, maybe snag a little bit of white just to brighten it up. Back into that green, and we'll come down this way. Woo, it's a whole nother directional change. Just like that. Come back in. You can swipe some of them up. It could be little things. Try not to lose all of our differences in color, right? And then we'll come over here. Very cool. Very cool little thing. All right, let's go back in and let's do that mountain we were talking about. Grab up this piece of paint. We're gonna come all the way from way up here. Just go off the top of the stone. Come in with our next little layer. Maybe it dumps off down there. We got all this that we can fill in. Let our stone really grow wide over there. That's kind of neat. Bring it in like that. And then we'll see where it goes, right, Bailey?
Yeah.
Bailey's like, yeah, whatever, Dad. Whatever you say, Dad. Yep. All right, we're going to pull that off in different directions just to give us this dark little bit of, look at how it just pushes everything back, too. Insane. That is fantastic. Really, really fantastic. All right, let's really darken up this pile now. A little bit of black, a little bit of crimson. Really make it dark. Just like that, guys. Because we need to have very dark shadows for our mountains back there. And up here. There's no difference. Let's see. Need to make up a little bit of kind of snowy highlight color. Maybe a bit of green we could sneak in there too. So not too much, right? Really just kind of round some of these rocks away. Only really showing the top, kind of pulling down in the directions that we really wanted them to grow. And maybe adding some of that white down in here will end up making a bit of fog out of it or something. Take some of our darker shadows, sneak them in back behind here, just by pulling down, and then you want them to mix in. You want to let all that stuff mix together. That's what makes it cool. It gets all these different colors and different things that you wouldn't even be able to do on your own. Again, knock all the brush off of that paint. Come back and swipe up, just kind of softens it. Softens it up. Maybe this guy goes off here. Just, right, just like that. All these different things we can do. Different little things we can do. Why don't we get a little bit of white? Come in, make a little bit of fog. And just fog up this whole thing, even all the way up the mountain. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. One little bit. Bailey will tell you, it doesn't matter. A little bit, look at that, swiping straight up, over to the side, over here, over there. Now we're gonna come in with some big old honking monster trees. Right here on the front. Now we gotta decide, I don't wanna cover my mountains, so let's go through the top right there. Just like that, we're gonna turn our brush and just like smack at it. There we go. Really letting our tree grow all the way down and off the little bit of canvas rock, right? The Santorini stone. Maybe this guy's not so tall. When he comes down in front, dabbing, 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 right? Flip the brush, come back. Really get it a lot of paint though. We want to have a lot of paint and get it to come off the end and stand out like it's really in front. A little bit more, we'll just do the black and crimson on this one. Just needs to be a dark color is all. And who knows, why don't we do like a little, birch tree for David Mork. He loves those birch trees. Just like that. Shoot, we can even do another one over here. A little bit bigger. It's a little bit thicker. Always trying to cover stuff. That's what Josh is doing. Trying to push it back. All right, maybe we got another bigger guy over here. Right, it comes down. That's looking cool. It's all about taking a step back, seeing what's gonna look neat, and then trying it out, right? So let's go over here, a couple little taps. I do really like the surface. It's not, I mean, it's very slick. It's different, and I don't know, I seem to like it. I like it a lot. Okay, let's get a little bit of that, a little bit of the blue, a little bit of the crimson. Just again, trying to make a dark color is all we're really after. A little bit of tree down here. Tap, 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 just the tip tops of the trees. Because we don't want to go too high up into that, you know, shape of all this thick paint up there. We don't want to go too high up there. Just trying to fill in, get the little bottoms of some trees down here. A little bit. Nothing too nuts. Let's see, we can even do a bigger one right here. Tap, tap, tap. You just want to make sure it's very thick and nasty. That's all. Because all those thick, nasty bits are going to grab onto all of our highlight paint. Got a little bit in there. Come back. Maybe this guy's got a little branch. Just like so. Little branches come off everywhere. I don't want to make the branches too big though, so we're going to switch to a different brush. Let's clean this brush off. Always wiping it off on a paper towel. All the time. All right, let's get a little liner brush. Grab some of our paint thinner. Right in here, you can see how it instantly becomes very liquidy. Don't know how liquidy to go because we're on this Santorini stone and we don't know what it's gonna be like. So this is working out very good though. There we go, a couple little branches, maybe one in there. A couple little things. It's very slick, So the branches will come out very pointy, which is a very good thing. As long as you can keep them on there. Coming out pretty good. Big old branch. A couple little things coming off of that guy. And then we'll really highlight our green trees and then we'll be all set. Let's get our micro fan brush, a lot smaller of a fan brush. Grab the liquid white, come into our green. Just like this. Okay, don't need a whole huge amount. Now we're gonna stick it right on the top, just so we can mark our straight tops of our trees. All right, keep them separate from any other thing that's back there. And come back in and let's go over to this guy. Just gonna very lightly tap him as we go down. Very, very lightly. And our brush is almost, laying flat toward, away from me, because that's how we paint when we're standing up. So that's how we're gonna paint when we're sitting down. I'd say if you want to make a saggy old guy, you could do the same thing with your saggy old branches, just by holding it a different way. Saggy old little bits of branch. Cool little thing though. Now we'll come in here, tap up. We don't want to have it be too bright and too crazy. And if it doesn't want to stick, we got to come back, get more liquid white. Come back in, it's going to make our branches much brighter. And our last tree over here. Right? Bing, bang, boom. Don't want to cover up everything. That looks really, really cool. Especially if we're painting on a thing we've never painted on before. We can come back and look at how easily it just slides down on this, on this rock canvas. The Santorini stones. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. All right, where'd it go? Did I put it away already? Let's use this one then. What did I do with that brush? Here we go. I'm gonna go in the very bottom, just add a little bit of grass, just by popping up different places. Keeping the bottom dark though, we don't need it to be all bright. That's a very cool scene. A lot of depth in there. Very, very cool. A lot of Johnny depth in there. When we come back, get our brown into here. Let's see, get our low odor mineral spirits, that very liquidy brown. And we'll come up and we'll just add a little bit of brown highlight on the side of our tree, just so it stands out, right? Just like that. It's gotta be messy. Gotta be messy. We want our lighter side on the right. Bringing it down, not covering the whole thing. Now maybe coming in, grabbing a little bit of that same brown and just highlighting a couple little areas of our branches. Little things. All you really got to worry about. Just the little things. There we go. Now this guy, I wanted to come out. There we go. Push that other tree back like that. Come over here, grab a little bit. Over to the side. And maybe one more right there. Bam. All right, that's very cool. That's a cool looking painting, you guys, on a Santorini stone. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and check out more. Check out more from Paint with Josh. Right? Always doing something crazy. Paint with Josh. Look at that. I was painting with that earlier. So yeah, I want to. I'll post a link to all the Santorini stones and where you can find them, and it's going to be fantastic. I suggest you order one and try it out, and maybe you'll end up with something just like this. So until we see you guys next time, take care, have the rest of a good day, and ba-boom, baby, ba-bow.